Okay, hi guys. I'm going to just take a little bit of time and do some stuff with strings for you. And I just kind of felt bad leaving you guys for a couple of days to figure this out on your own. So what I've done is just made a fun with strings .java file, and I'm gonna just play around here a little bit. So, like I said in class the other day, strings are very, very important in Java, and they're compared to something like an int or a double, you can do a lot more stuff if you have a string. So let's take a look at some of the methods. The first one I'm going to look at is the one called split, and many of you may already know kind of what split does. But here I'm going to declare a string variable. So I'm going to put string, I'll just call it test, and we'll say that's equal to hello, how are you today? Okay, so that's a string. Java has no problem with that. Watch what happens when I put test dot. You'll see a whole bunch of things. And these are all the methods that I can use because they are all string methods. And there are tons of them. Now, some of them we use a lot, some of them we use a little. And so I'm going to focus on a few. The one we use a lot, or one of the ones we use a lot, is called split. So I'm going to split the string based on, I'm going to try a space. So when I do this, what's going to happen is it's going to split the string test based on the space. So we're going to get the word hello, the word how, the word are, the word you, and the word today with the question mark. The question is, where do they go? The answer is they actually go into an array of strings. So if I type string and then put those two brackets, that means I'm going to get a string array. So I'll say I'm going to get a string array. I'll call it str array and put equals. Here we go. Okay, so now what's happening is it's going to split test and we're going to get an array. So I'm going to put a breakpoint right here. Or here, sure. And then I'm going to debug it. Okay, so it stops here. Hasn't really done anything at all yet. So as soon as I jump over that line of code, it's going to have test. And so down here at the bottom, you can see, okay, there's my string. And now watch what happens when I run this line of code. I run it, and now I have this thing called str array. You can see over here it's telling me there's a length of 5. And if I click this little arrow, sure enough, I have 5 things in it. Notice it says 4. It's 0 through 4, so that's 5. And in the 0th compartment, I have hello. In the first one, I have how. Then I have are. Then I have you. And then I have today. Just like we kind of predicted. Now, if I stop this, and instead of splitting it based on a space, just for fun, let's split it based on the letter O. I see a few O's in there. So let's try that. We're going to debug it again and see how this changes. So when I do that and step over that code, here we go again, and here comes our array. Okay, now look what we get in our array. We still have 5 compartments, but look, we get hell, that worked out not where I wanted it to, and then we get a space and an H, and then we get a W with an R and a U. So what's happening is it's splitting it based on the O. So it's taking everything before the O, everything after the O, and then it's doing it for all of those different O's. Okay, so it's still splitting it, it's just on something different. And now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do it on the L. So look at how we have 2 L's here, so you can maybe just start to think what's going to happen when we have 2 L's back to back. Okay, well, let's find out. And so I'm going to change this to L. And let's debug it again. Okay, here comes the answer to our question. So when we run it one more, here we go. Okay, str array, and look, now we only have 3 things in it. We have he, and then we have a blank. The reason we have a blank is because there's nothing between those 2 L's at all. and then it has the rest of the "Oh, how are you today?" Okay, so the split function allows you to split a string based on whatever you want to, and it gives you an array back. Hope that you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next wonderful string function.